पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो। वस्तु अमूल्य दे मेरे सत गुरु। वस्तु अमूल्य दे मेरे सत गुरु। कृपा कर अपनायो। पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो। Namaskar. Welcome to Pradipta's Musings. I hope you are all doing good. So today I will talk about miracles, divine darshan and spirituality. I have heard yogis and seers develop the power of miracles, power of performing miracles as they gradually advance in their spiritual practices. In my personal life, I have never experienced any miracle, and I don't even know what is this miracle happening in anyone's life. I don't have any idea. But I do feel that miracles are nothing to be sought after. Commoners identify miracles to be synonymous with spirituality. For me, miracles have no appeal, and I don't aspire also for any miracle to happen in my life. I do pray to God occasionally whenever in any trouble to save myself from any misery or any mishap or any unwanted trouble. But that prayer also is self-talk, because prayer is when you talk to God. So God is present in all of us as our purest self, and when we pray to God, we are talking to our purest selves and seeking help from that purest self. And of course, prayer has power because it empowers us, our smaller selves, that means our physical selves, to find a support in getting our work done and our aspirations to get fulfilled. Miracles are a very elusive topic, and I find it's very futile to talk about this aspect of spirituality. Miracles are considered to be wealth, and I think the attribute of performing miracles or miracles, to see miracles happen in our lives, is seeking the wealth of the Almighty. Wealth of someone is an ephemeral thing, which, if coveted, it will never be ours forever, even if we gain it momentarily. But the owner of the wealth is the permanent one, is the eternal one, who is ever there existing, even if he or she is robbed of the wealth. So instead of seeking for the wealth, we should seek the owner of the wealth. That means instead of hankering after miracles to enhance our spiritual lives or to enhance our worldly lives, we should aspire for the ultimate truth, which is devoid of all attributes and which is beyond all hankerings, be spiritual or be material. Now about divine darshan. Many spiritual aspirants are known to have divine darshan of their deities and gurus, and they tend to dream intensely about certain incidents also, which often may come true, and they seem to have gained spiritual enlightenment in dreams, or they seem to have mantras and spiritual instructions from their gurus or chosen deities in their dreams, and even in dreamlike states, which is called divine darshan. But these are all projections of mind according to my perception. Such projections of mind occur when someone is deeply engrossed, deeply concentrating on a certain topic, which is of a spiritual nature. So the spiritual aspirants, naturally they tend to be very sensitive and their minds also very active. So they continuously think about a certain spiritual topic, like they concentrate on their guru, they concentrate on their chosen deity to a great extent and devote themselves to intense spiritual practices, due to which they may have these projections of mind which are dreamlike states, and these are called divine visions. So one should not give much importance to such divine visions. These are all projections of mind. Instead, one should walk firmly on the path of spiritual discovery, on the path of self-discovery, devoid of all the emotions which are mere hindrances in the path of spirituality. Dismiss all the projections of mind whichever come in the way, and be very intelligent and have the power of discretion to keep on moving forward in the journey of self-discovery. So this is what I feel about miracles and divine darshan as aspects of spirituality. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.